In this video, we're going to learn how to add an image to a web page. Let's go ahead and get started with the element. So since we're going to be adding an image, it's the imageElement. Now if we have that alone, you see no picture rendered or displayed. Why? Well, right now this browser, right, the web where the web page is being shown, that's the browser, it doesn't know where to find the image or what image you want to display. This is not enough information. We have to be more specific. So we need to provide a source. So we're going to put src. src is shorthand for source. Source means where something comes from. So the source, the image source, the source of the image is what? So the source of the image is, that's what the equal sign means, is what? Here we're using double quotes. You should be pressing shift and then the double quotes is right to the left of the enter key. We're going to put the URL here. That's the source, the address, where we find the picture. You notice when I put URL, it shows a broken little image. That means this URL, the browser is trying to go to this address and it doesn't find anything because there's no such thing as a computer on the internet known as URL and a file name of an image URL. So it's breaking the image. Let's go actually identify a picture, address, or source. So make your way over to openclipart.org. You want to make sure that you use the search bar here and type in brain. Now note on this, you want to also make sure that you are using sites that are allowing you to utilize their images without violating any copyrights. You want to build good habits. Web developers usually either pay for images that they use or they create them themselves. But you are not allowed to just take any image off the internet and put it onto your web page. Just like you aren't allowed to copy and paste something you found online and submit it to your English teacher and believe that it's going to be okay. Similarly online, you can't create web pages by just copying and pasting things. You have to respect copyright law. So if you use the website we give you here, you won't run into any issues. Alright, so let's go ahead and click on this brain profile. When you click on it, you'll see this page. It shows you a bunch of options, right? Who created it, options to download it. We're going to scroll back up and just click on the big image itself. And now you'll have an address up here. This is a URL. This is the source. Let's right click and copy that. Now we're going to go back to our code here, and where we have URL, we're going to paste that URL. And as you can see, the image of the brain now shows up in our web page down here below, because our browser now knows that it needs to go to this website, openclipart.org, or this computer, find the folder on that computer known as download 149305, and then look for a file called braininprofile.svg. Once it finds it, it actually loads up the picture here so that we can see it. Image extensions here are most likely going to be SVG, PNG, GIF, JPG, JPEG. Those are the most common ones that you will likely run across. Okay, gotta make sure typically they have that extension. Let's go ahead and just find one JPEG here so that you're aware of what that looks like. This time, go ahead and make your way over to pexels.com. And let's go ahead and search for football's fine. Go ahead and click on that. This is another site that allows some free images here for you to use. We're going to go ahead and click on the soccer ball here. Once you've clicked on it, right, again, different options to download. You see it says free for personal and commercial use, no attribution required. We're going to go ahead and click on the soccer ball. Now we see the full view of it, and you notice it ends in .jpeg. We're going to copy that URL, go back to our code pen, and we're going to create a new image element. repeat, put src. Make sure you spell src correctly. Double check it, triple check it if your code doesn't, I'm sorry, if your image doesn't appear, because I see this a lot. SCR. Okay, make sure you put src, and then go ahead and paste that URL. Now if we check this out, down below, you can see that the image appears here. It's giant, it's huge, but the image appears here. Alright, that wraps it up for images.